Alright, so it's been like a month since I've made a video, and I apologize about that, but I just had some stuff going on. It's a small channel right now, and I do it kind of for fun. So, we're just gonna kick back up with the Shaman. I had some cool conversations with some people that are gonna trigger another video that I'll make discussing the transition to a rage spender system in the form of Maelstrom, and what could possibly be fun about it and what could not be fun about it. But for now, let's check out the Resto Shaman. Now, full disclosure, I haven't played a Resto Shaman that much ever since vanilla because I've been playing since vanilla, so I had a bad taste in my mouth with, the fact that you could only play Resto in vanilla. In case you didn't know, just a recap, warriors were the only tanks. If you could heal, you were a healer, and if you could DPS, you DPS'd, and that was it. So, think about it. It's just kind of sucked a little bit. So you're forced into healing, so it kind of just made me feel a little meh about the entire situation. So as soon as Burning Crusade came out, I switched over to, I believe, Enhancement for PvP in the pre-patch for Burning Crusade. And then I switched to Elemental, I believe, in Wrath of the Lich King when they introduced Elemental Overload. And I stayed Elemental for a long time, I think up until Warlords, when Elemental kind of fell off a little bit. So, again, I'm not great with Resto, but I know it well enough to at least discuss some of these things. So let's just dive into this, make this a quick video, that way you guys can have at it. Alright, so first off we have Gift of the Queen. It's your typical starter. Consumes your healing rain, healing all allies for 75,000. Is that split? Because if that's not split, that's a big ass heal. So you're dropping a healing rain, and then you cast that, and it's an instant 75k heal. That's a huge heal. That's nice. I mean, I don't know a crazy amount about healing in Legion so far because I haven't really looked into it too much. But I feel like 75k is a pretty big heal, especially with this. Costs 100 artifact power. It doesn't seem like it has a cooldown labeled to it, which is weird. If that's spammable, that's ridiculous. But most of them have like maybe what, a 1 minute cooldown on them. So this will probably have a 1 minute cooldown. But that's great if your raid's taking a crap ton of damage. If you have 2 Resto Shamans in your group, that's an insane amount of healing. That's over 140. That's 150k heals instantly for everyone. It's madness, pure madness. Alright, let's go to the left here. Lord of Storms. You can rank it up 3 times. Restoration. Increase the healing of Healing Wave and Healing Surge by 10%. Increase the damage done by Lightning Bolt by 10%. That's fairly standard fare. It's just upgrading your damage and your healing. That's about it. So it's nice to see that Lightning Bolt is still in there as a filler. So you'll have a little bit more action for the Resto Shaman. Wave Crash. Your healing stream totem heals 33% more frequently. Alright, so it's just a better dot. That's cool. Pretty fair standard. It's 33. I wonder what the scaling is going to be on this from 33%. Let's find out. Let's click. Let's put a little points, shall we? Alright, it just stays at 33. So it doesn't look like it's calculating. But if it is 33, maybe it'll go up 3 points each time. Get to almost 39. It'll get to almost 40%. That's not bad. Next up, Queen Ascendant. Resurgence reduces the cast time of your next heal by 5%. Alright, that's cool. That's good. Increased cast time is always delicious. Alright, let's head back over here. Tidal Chains. Increase the effectiveness of your tidal waves by 10%. Another standard fare, straight just heal increase. That's cool. No, you don't. That's an interesting name. Successfully purging a beneficial effect or interrupting a spell with Wind Shear will fire a lightning bolt at the target. Increase the damage of the lightning bolt by 15%. 50%. That's pretty cool. So if you have downtime and there's not crazy heals going on and there's a mechanic where you have to be purging, which a lot of the times as an elemental shaman I would find myself purging, and as a resto shaman I find myself purging. So that's really beneficial because it just gives a nice little boost. That's an instant free cast, and your lightning bolt damage is increased by 50%. That's a really nice ability. Next to that, we have Caress of the Tide Mother. Ooh, Tide Mother, holding me all close. Your healing stream totem grants you and your targets healed by an additional 5% max health and dodge chance for 6 seconds. That's cool. So that's kind of reminiscent of classic Shaman, where your totems were really like bigger buffs. So that's essentially like a dodge buff, which is nice, and a maximum health. It's almost like a mini little last stand type thing that you could drop for the people in your party. That's nice. That's nice. I like that. I want to hold that close. All right. Pull of the Sea. Increase the healing and periodic healing of Riptide by 3%. Increase the damage and periodic damage of your shocks by 20%. So it seems like there's a nice balance of increasing healing and damage, so that an elemental shaman can be really like a double. Did I say elemental? I meant restoration. Can be kind of like a double hitter. It's fairly interesting. Shock spells by 20%. That's nice. And Riptide heal is nice. There's not a crazy amount of like over the top spells here to really get deep into, save for this like Stark Gift of the Queen. That was pretty neat. Alright, Ghost in the Mist. Reduce damage taken while in Ghost Wolf by 5%. This effect can stack every 1 second up to 6 times. That's pretty nice. Alright, that's cool. That would be good in an encounter where there's a lot of movement. Maybe a crap ton of AoE damage going down. You can, kind of soak up a tiny bit of damage, and you won't be so worried about mistakes. So it seems like it grants a little forgiveness for you if, like, maybe you step on something you shouldn't. In a raid encounter. Don't stand in the fire, noobs, though. That's what matters. Alright, Unbreakable Chains. Increase the critical strike chance of subsequent chain heal and chain lightning jumps by 5% per jump. So increase the critical strike chance of like your chain heal or chain lightning secondary, third dairy, I forgot, second, third, fourth, I'm making words up here, by 5% per jump. So it seems like it's trying to make it so that your chaining abilities are, instead of losing heals, are trying to stay neutral. So if you heal your first target for 100, the second target would be healed for 75, third target for 50. You say you lose 25 points off of each heal, right? The 5% per jump seems like it's trying to counter it. So you would heal first target for 100. Second target you would heal for maybe like 85 or 90 now. So you're not getting a full heal again, but you're getting a decent heal. And then the next one you're healing for 80. So it's just increasing the strength of the jump. Same thing with Chain Lightning. You'd hit for 100 damage. You just hit for a little more damage each time. That's pretty interesting. Servant of the Queen. Increase the health and mana granted by reincarnation by 50%. Reduces the cooldown of reincarnation by 50%. That's pretty cool. It's still a long enough cooldown. It's not going to make a difference in a raid environment. Yeah, it will, in the sense that you reincarnate once in the middle of a fight, you'll come back up and be more ready to be in the game. But the cooldown, I don't think, unless an encounter is fairly long, I don't think it's a super big deal. It's a pretty neat ability, but I would go for that one last, if anything. Alright, what do we got here? Alright, make it rain, son! What? Yeah, I'm too white for that. Increase the number of allies healed by Healing Rain by 1. That's cool. This, I imagine, maybe it scales up. No, gotta put points here. Gotta put points. These aren't scaling. Yeah, no, it's not. Still not scaling. So maybe at rank 3, it's by 3. So what does Healing Rain hit now? 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 people. That's cool. And if you do that in conjunction with this, boom, 75k on 8 people. Juicy. Alright, Sense of Urgency. I feel like the Shaman, the resto Shaman spells have like really interesting names compared to some of the stuff that I've seen. Or not spells, but talents here. Alright, heals you cast during Heroism/Bloodlust are increased by 50% effectiveness. That's pretty awesome. So if you have an Enrage phase and you pop your Bloodlust, you're going to make sure that your team stays up, your raid's going to stay up, no problem, or your party will stay up, no problem, because your heals are hitting 50% harder, and they're hitting faster and harder, so that's good for a burn phase. Alright, let's check out the big things. I love how everything has a cog right now because it doesn't have images. Alright, Tidal pools. Your Riptide has a 30% chance to leave a whirlpool under the target. Alright, that's cool. I don't know what a whirlpool does, though. I'm going to assume it's maybe a AoE heal. So you Riptide, and they're dotted by the Riptide, and then they drop the whirlpool. So either A, it's going to maybe increase haste, it's going to be like a healing rain type thing where it's just a heal over time while you're standing in it, or maybe it's a damage reduction, speed increase. I don't know. It could be a number of things, but I don't know. I do not know. All right. Cumulative upkeep. Every time Healing Tide heals an ally, that ally gains an additional 25% healing taken from Healing Tide. This affects stacks. Doesn't say how much it stacks, but that's pretty neat. So, you heal an ally, they gain an additional 25% healing taken from Healing Tide. So you can just heal the hell out of people. That's pretty cool. They're making resto shamans some A gamers, I think. I don't know. I don't know. I know that they kind of fell off for a little bit, but either way, totemic torrents. That's cool. Your healing stream totem is augmented by the Queen's decree. So Azshara just comes out. She's like, by decree, your totem's the shit, son. Queen's decree applies Riptide's heal over time effect to all targets healed by healing stream. That's pretty badass. I think that is an awesome ability. So you drop your totem, and it heals everybody. I'm assuming it still pulses for the initial heal, and it dots them, or it hots them with a Riptide hot. That is spectacular. You have that, plus a healing rain down. Your AoE heals are crazy. So it seems like Shamans are really, really getting a boost in healing, like AoE healing for raid or party environments. That's pretty awesome. That's cool. Look at Liquid Plumber is getting free advertisements on my channel that has very little subscribers, but hey, I'm getting views. So all the people who are watching this, Liquid Plumber is getting free. So is FIFA. That's crazy. I'm on Wowhead, by the way, in case you did not know. It's what I use for the other two. And I just think it's better to come in here and use Wowhead to order this all up. It's just faster and easier to go through everything rather than do some filler video. But either way, from what I know of a Restoration Shaman, this seems like it's really pushing towards a lot of heavy AoE heals, but competent AoE heals. It's not going to be like, oh, I'm just healing a tiny bit here or there. Like you're able to hold your own as a healer. You're pretty level across the board. So I'm actually kind of excited. Maybe I'll try Restoration, especially with the triple spec. You know, there's nothing really standing in your way of trying everything. Naturally, your artifact weapon won't be as, beefy from the start. But as far as the appearance of this goes, they just released it. I'm not really too thrilled on the appearance of the Scepter. Overall, for the Shaman, I think the fist weapon of Raw Dead actually looks pretty cool. They have some pretty cool skins for it that I'm pleased with. The Doomhammer, it's cool. It's whatever. I'm still a little indifferent. I talked about that. And the Scepter, I think it has a lot of potential, but I just don't feel like it really made it. And I know it was Azshara's, so it's supposed to be kind of elegant and regal, but it's lackluster to me. I don't know. But tell me what you think in the comments below. Let's have a little chat about this, and let me know what you feel. If I said anything wrong about Resto Shamans, again, I'm not super versed in them, so by all means, correct me and tell me I am wrong and I'm a foolish, foolish man. I'll see you guys next time.